Hello, welcome to Rockanory. I'm Zoe Howe, and today I'm going to read an extract from 24-Hour Party People by Tony Wilson, and as always there will be a link underneath the video where you can find that book online if you don't have it already. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I think this book is a really good read. So before I start, I'm going to apologise in advance if there are any sound issues with this video. Sometimes my Mac makes a really annoying whirring sound, so I hope that doesn't kind of impair your listening pleasure. But anyway, I'll get on with it, and I hope you enjoy it. Some people say the opening night of the Hacienda was empty. That's crap. The opening night was packed. It was the next 5 years that were empty. Sometimes it was better that way. Better empty for the art, when the only art was the look, and the sound was well down the list. It's fair to say that the opening night crew, Manchester's finest, 100 Londoners who knew what was going on, plus a scattering of celebs from Leeds, Liverpool and Leith, got in the way of the decor. Too many people to get a full-on view of those wonderful pale blue walls, the serried banks of gelled fluorescence on carefully chosen surfaces. Couldn't see the concreted-in cat's eyes, the 47 of them that lined the dance floor, for all them fuckers dancing. Good night, though. The designer Peter Saville arrived at 4:30 from London. Still Brian Ferry. Does nothing change? Sorry I'm a bit late, guys. Here's the tickets for tonight. For tonight? Tickets? This is tonight. Yes, but I had a bit of trouble. Do you like the one as an H steel girder? Yes, it's fantastic, but we open tonight. They're too late. Maybe you could use them as souvenirs. This exchange sounds like fiction, natural in what many may assume to be a work of fiction. I mean, it's the same stupid conversation that Wilson and Saville had 4 years earlier in the Russell Club. And the same solution. Yes, it can be a souvenir. And Gretton mellows, and Wilson beams as if it was his idea, and revels in the sheer visual dynamics of his mate's vision. Great, we'll give them out as souvenirs of a historic night. It happened, again, and on in time. Like we said earlier, if Peter had done the cover of this book, he'd have been given it as a souvenir on the night the book tour rolled into town. The opening night was crazy. This piece of industrial fantasy street was perfect for parties. Nooks and crannies, a narrative of space, taking you to the balcony via the joke postmodernist arch, up and down the corridor that took you behind the games room to the basement cocktail bar. There, that dates you. Cocktail bars. Early 80s. Shame they had a comeback in the late 90s. And that wasn't a games room you shuffled past. Sorry about that. The space on the left of the entrance was to be a games room, just until 2 weeks to opening. Where's the cloakroom? The what? The cloakroom. The fucking cloakroom. What's your problem? We don't have a cloakroom. We have special polished South African granite bar tops. We have a balcony balustrade made of shaped QE fucking 2 mahogany, but we seem to have built an entire club without a cloakroom. Fuck. Hence you did not pass the games room, but the cloakroom. The only cloakroom in Manchester with 42 PowerPoints. If you ever wanted to do a bit of ironing, these people were there for you. And if you ever wanted to do a bit of irony, Ryan, the writer of bad prose about rock groups, he turned up. He got his invite from his news desk. It was early, the first crowds just filtering in. Nice, you could see the walls. Mr. Wilson, could I ask you a quick question? Yes, Ryan. It was opening night, bon on me, even to this cunt. Who exactly have you built this place for? Sudden sharp shot of mental pain. Recognition of good question, particularly good question, as it was a new question. Never asked themselves that question, had they? Bluff it out, stock answer. For the kids. And Wilson meant it. If they'd ever asked themselves who they were building it for, they would have said the kids, surely. Have you seen the kids recently? Have you? They're still going to dirty basements like rafters and wearing grey raincoats. You've built a glossy New York nightclub. For all our ranting about the low esteem in which the world should hold people of the journalistic bent, this was interesting, mostly because it was true. Wilson was ready. He had the mouth and the brain. He replied, "Oh." Because that was pretty much how he felt at that moment. Maybe when Eve gave Adam the look, and then the apple, and he sank his teeth in, maybe God said, "Oh." It would be a bit bloody boring if we had it all planned. Let's hear it for free will and a glamorous New York nightclub in a grotty city in northern England. I'm going to leave it there, but I hope you enjoyed it. That was from 24-Hour Party People by Tony Wilson, and I hope you will stay tuned, and I will be back soon with more readings of a rock and roll nature.